Okay, so our next drawing is going to be the pin. If you notice on this drawing, it's using the same layers as my triangle drawing. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my triangle saved. I'm going to select it, hit delete, and then I'm going to go to File, and I could say Save As, and then I could save it as a different file name, and then what that does is it allows me to keep these layers in my drawing. So you don't want to have to set these layers up every single time you create a drawing. If you use this Save As tool, you'll be able to keep the layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this object, and I've got some angles going on, so this will be a little bit different. I'm going to start with that rectangle first. So if I go up here to my rectangle tool, I can draw that rectangle, and if I click my first corner, I can then move it down, and I can type in my distances. So notice the first one is the long edge because it's saying 7.8, and the other one is negative 3.3. So if I move these across, I can see where I'm going. If I go up, I get the positive. And so what I can do is I can type in 2.250, hit tab. So there's my 2.250, and I can type in 0.75 and hit enter. Excuse me, now I get my rectangle. So I was zoomed out quite a ways. Now I can zoom in to make it a little bit larger. I've got these two parts on the end. These are 0.125 inch lines at a 45-degree angle. So to do that, I can go up here to my line command, click my starting point. I can then type in my distance, so 0.125, and instead of hitting enter, I'm going to hit tab. Now what I can do is actually enter an angle. So notice if I'm going up, I can go up, but since I'm moving down, it'll also give me that 45. I'm not going to click it, even though it says 45. I'm going to type 45 and hit enter. And then I hit escape, and now I've got my 45-degree line. So I could do the same thing, line command, click my starting point, 0.125, tab. I'm going up, so I could say 45, hit enter. I've got my line, and I could leave this line command active and then actually click this second point to finish that line. That's one way you can do it. So to get them over here, I could do the same thing, or I could use the mirror tool. Lots of parts have symmetry, so the mirror tool comes in handy. I'm going to green box to select my 3 lines. I'm then going up to my modify menu and clicking mirror. When I click mirror, this is another modifier or modify menu option. So you've got to read the command prompt. Specify first point of mirror line. So it's asking me to draw a mirror line, and the mirror line is just this line where it's going to reflect my object. So I want it to be right in the middle of this object or this line. By default, the midpoint may not be, more than likely it's not going to be turned on. So what I need is an object snap point called midpoint. I can turn this on, and now I can get this triangle that's the midpoint of that line. So if I click that point, I need a mirror line, so I need 2 points. So I'm going to move my cursor down, and notice it starts to preview this. So as I bring this line vertical, it previews it and shows it where it's supposed to be. So I could click anywhere, but I'm just going to click this midpoint just to be certain. So if I click that midpoint, it then places the object, and it asks me if I want to erase the source object. So it's saying, do I want to erase the original one? I do not, so I'm going to hit enter, which is no. It's already selected. It's got that little dot next to it. So I'm going to hit enter, and it keeps the original. So give that mirror tool a try. I'm then going to draw this circle in the center, and notice it's halfway up, and it's 1.125 over. So this one's pretty easy. I've already got my midpoint on, so I could draw a line from here, from this midpoint, and go over 1.125, hit enter, I'm going to hit escape. Notice I've got this symbol, which is circle with the line through it. This is diameter. So I'm going to then go up to center diameter, click my center point or end point, which is where the center point for the circle will be, 0.125, enter, and I get my 0.125 diameter circle. I can then click on it and hit delete, and there's the part. Go ahead and set up your layers the same way you did with the triangle. Thanks.